We are back with Phoenix Wright, and we're going into day 3 of the trial. Let's see what happens now that we've done some more evidence gathering. 27th. Let's go. With Mr. Stifle the entire procedure here. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. You know damn well. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. This judge really is a doormat. Yeah, who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statements, so... What? Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. A very long pause. Right, of course. A prediction. The next thing you're going to say is... Today's trial will end in 3 minutes. I'll finish you in 3 minutes. Order! Order! We haven't even started yet. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Objection? Bah! Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. He's sleeping, like, on the stand. Witness, state your profession. What did you say, Sonny? I am the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard... He's already just out. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. I think I should raise an objection. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! Humbug. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions like who the witness is. God damn. And cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Take that, Von Karma. Well, I'm not really sure. Yep. What? What do you mean? My, memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well, I'll allow this extremely unorthodox proceedings to continue. To proceed, I guess. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness. The night of the murder. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yep. I was in the restaurant when I, rent boats, as usual. Hello there, Eric. Welcome. Then I heard a bang. Yep. Hello there, amateur. What's up? That's the... Okay, I thought that was it. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. I'd like to begin? There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. That's for the defense to decide. What a jackass. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left. Oh, we're gonna wrap this up. Judge, your verdict, now. Yes. Mr. Wright? I'm gonna cross-examine you, prick. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Whoa. Whoa. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? I didn't even press anything. That was supposed to be a fast scene. 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well, then let's just take our time. You can't be double late, buddy. Let's just sit back and enjoy. You may cross-examine the witness. Feels good, man. That was great. I don't know where he got his 3 minutes from. Like, he thought that would just be it. But okay. Now the 24th. Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. Oh, I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? This is so irritating. Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Yep. You see. Continue. This is great. I rent boats, yeah. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Huh, alright. Shut up, keep going. Then I heard a bang. And where did the bang seem to come from? Oh my god. From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. This guy, unstoppable. I saw a boat just a-floatin'. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figure there was 2 men out there, yep. But you couldn't see them clearly? Yep. At the time, that is. At the time? Then I heard another bang. I'm back to shore, but yeah, I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots total? Yep. That's what Lotus said in her testimony yesterday. And then the man walks by my window. By your window? Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Yes, I am. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Wow, that's pretty damning. Yeah. Alright. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad? Oh, that's embarrassing. We gotta do that in front of everybody again. Hello there, Dylan. Welcome to the stream. Oh, this is so uncomfortable. Dead certain, Keith. He said I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by, too. Uh-oh. Hello there, Wrath Dragon Knight. Welcome. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. Oh my god. I better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Raise an objection and wait and see what happens. But the thing is, like, I don't know what I could object. This is one of those cases where I think I'm supposed to take the fall. But how can I raise an objection without any proof? Judge, there is no room for doubt in the witness's testimony. I demand that you declare your verdict. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Raise an objection and see what happens? See what happens. I can't see any room to raise an objection. I'd better hold back and see how things develop. Nick, we have to do something. If we stay quiet now, Mr. Edgeworth will be found guilty for sure. It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please, can you hear me, sis? Yeah, this is the time where we need a ghost. We need your help. Nick needs you. 3 minutes was perhaps too high in expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Was I actually supposed to do something? The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wait! Who was that just now? Me! Huh? What? Oh my god! Why is he here? Larry! Hooray! What are you doing here? Listen! You gotta listen to me! I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot! I heard it too! What a twist! Order! What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So, you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did! A gunshot! That night! I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. The audience. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. I would know. I was accused of murder and it sucked. Order. Order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Take backsies. Allow me to speak my opinion. Hello there, Game Over Dude. Welcome to the stream. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. What a twist! Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What?! The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. What a trustworthy-looking guy. Court is adjourned. Oh man, what a save! Whew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. What? Have you? Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night? Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something, right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? I mean... It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you? What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. Yeah, that does sound important. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. Other than to make this case convoluted. I see. Right? Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. Knowing the facts. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now. This is great. Let's see how this goes. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Well, every single Yakuza game was happening at once, and so was Raw Danger, and so was Parasite Eve, and... Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about his being our big break. Here we go, yo. That night I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Yeah, single gunshot because the first bang was his own with the tank. That was an unusually vague testimony even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Alright. He was out in a boat. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay. First of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out in a boat at such a late hour? Well, looking for something and found it. Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. He's objecting to the judge? Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. He just shut up the judge. So he slipped back in. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12. Yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. Then, just as I was thinking, I heard bang. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. Looked out over the lake, did not see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order, order. Well, Mr. Butts... Whoa, whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. Heard the single gunshot and went home. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. That's what I have. Autopsy report. The photo. Well, there's the one bang, right? I can't look at the second lake photo. It's an empty lake anyway. Old photo. Gordy. Map. The bullet. The gun. Fired 3 times. That might be something. But we don't know when the other times were, necessarily. 2. Oh, yeah, okay. She heard 2 sounds like gunshots at this time. That's pretty good. Yay! I should present the parrot just for fun. Look at this parrot. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I did this at the wrong time. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I don't see anything faulty. I blew it. I put it at the wrong time. I screwed that one up royally. How embarrassing. Let's try this again. Single gunshot. My bad. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? Well, that's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts? What? You only heard 1 gunshot, are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Huh? Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude! With my headphones! What? Von Karma's just watching. This is great. Order! Order! And stop that booing. It's fantastic. Mr. Butts. You were listening to the radio with your headphones? Oh, hello there, Anosagi. What is up? Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. I love that everybody agrees that Larry's testimony is garbage. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? He's probably our only hope. Like, we've already established this, so, like, continue? Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right! Leave it to me! I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. Ugh. Well, I already heard. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too. You were listening to your radio at a high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I'm at least using headphones. I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? Dude, come on. Come on. It's a disc jockey. You know what a DJ is. They were around in your time, dude. An announcer? The guy who says things on the radio? Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. Oh, good point. I didn't even have to find that out myself. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Alright. It's lonely. No, it's not! Prove it! So you turned on the radio? Right! I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone! I shouldn't have said anything. Yeah, sorry. All requests show. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night? And then we move on. It was really booming loud. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yep. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it, but I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? I remember what the DJ was saying, so this is probably the thing they wanted me to push. What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. There's nowhere else to go, so I'm assuming we should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, hmm? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas. I heard the gunshot. Wait, are we doing the same exact thing as before, though? Because, again, he said the gunshot. Like, am I literally going to just do the same? Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. As he's dripping with sweat. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and? Almost Christmas means it was... Oh my god, that's where the meme comes from. I didn't realize this. This was put all over the internet for a while. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. That's fantastic. I didn't even think about that. I was thinking 2 gunshots, but yeah, the deposition said on Christmas, didn't it? That's great. Hello there, user Shadow. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, this was like... There were 2... I think it was 2 memes I've seen from the Phoenix Wright series, and one of them was this screenshot. And the other was from a different game, I think. You're not a clown, you're the entire circus. But almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. That's such a good line. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But that contradicts the 2 testimonies we've heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, When they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order! Order! What does this mean? The 2 prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious.
What?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? He's right, because if he's not, then I'm screwed. Larry is not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. What's the word for that? I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was the gunshot before midnight. Okay. No. 24th or 25th. The photo, well, this directly contradicts what I want to say, so I can't show that. An empty lake on Christmas Eve at 11:50. There's something with the date there. I might hold on to this one. This is irrelevant. Irrelevant. General map. After, so that contradicts. The only thing I have is that photo of nothing before midnight. So I guess we're gonna have to do this. I'm assuming. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh, wait a minute, right, but even though there's nothing on the lake, the camera must have gone off, so it must have heard something. Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Absolutely nothing, which is what you are about to become. Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. The gun was fired 3 times. So those are the other 2, right? It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Nope. I mean, I don't know if we have evidence specifically for that, but Lotta explicitly said when she lowered the when she raised the sensitivity, that even a sneeze could set it off, implying it couldn't before. I don't know how I'll prove that, though. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. This is going to be the gun, isn't it? It said 3 shots? Yeah. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about the pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Well, no, it's more like when was the first shot fired, right? 11:50. Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Oh, so that was the last shot, so the other 2 shots were just completely unknown? Order! Order! That would make sense with the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Really? Uh-oh. I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it! I have it! Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes. If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edward's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick? Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So, you finally realize the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence at the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 00:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. It's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are. Probably Edgeworth and the murderer, right? Because the murderer and Hammond, Edgeworth was obviously there. Edgeworth and Hammond, that's the whole point of this case. So it's gotta be the murderer, right? Of course it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. My only problem is, like, I don't know who, like, the old man? Who the hell could have... What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. That's nuts. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. Yeah, I got nothing. The murderer's name? Right, it's... Lotta Hart! Oh no! Now, I have no clue though. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Bah! Again you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. What? Oh! The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. Oh my god! At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Show the judge where the murder... I was going to say the murderer. Show where the murder really took place. I mean, I'm assuming it's where that guy was, right? It's near enough to the lake. Take that! Here, of course, the boat shop, where he lives. That way he can meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Objection.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. This is so tense, I freaking love this. This game is nuts. Hello there, Galleon. Welcome to the stream. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Scaring the daylights out of him, too. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got on the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol in the boat, Mr. Wright? Well, obviously the boat shop caretaker. The only prints we have of Edgeworth are from his non-dominant hand, right? I think that's what it was. No. It was the fact that it was fired by a lefty, and Wright picked the gun up, or Edgeworth picked the gun up afterward with his right hand, so yeah. Of course it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. You know what we could do? We can do, To Kill a Mockingbird, and just toss the caretaker an object, like a ball, and see if he catches it with his left hand. Hello there, Soulstar. Welcome to the stream. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. Create a witness, baby. The first shot missed, like, it was point blank. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Oh, that's clever. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, he himself falls off his own boat. That's nuts. The murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him, which Edgeworth foolishly picked up. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop, then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Damn, this is intense. Very well, while we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Finally, I was wondering when that would happen. I'm so bored. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes, several days ago I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. I think this case is over right now, then, isn't it? Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. Wow. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. This is exhausting. We're like a 4th day. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. And if it's Bodie McVoteface, I swear to God this game is going to end immediately. Very well. Court is adjourned. Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. Do you know what my smile would look like? I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right? There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Hello there, Neon Wave. Welcome. Oh my god! But, like, we're not even done with the case yet. And we're still getting it to be continued? Hello there, Crypto. Welcome. But yeah, I'm definitely saving. Are you kidding me? Back at the office. Can't believe this game, man. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? Well, I don't know. It faded to black. I couldn't get anything. Memory of a crime. Murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo! How's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles. Huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh, yes. I do remember feeling faint. That's pretty good. Right on! Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you could do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude, Edgy. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Bow to your sensei. Today's trial. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. In fact, he was. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me. But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. That's fantastic. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true, but when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney? Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me. Miles. And Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Oh, sorry, I kind of forgot. Oh, no. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear the story today, that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial? Oh my god. Class trial? You remember, Larry? Spring? End of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38? What the hell? I mean, he did say every month, I guess. Oh, yeah. Now that you mention it, I do remember that. I could see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skip PE that day. I was the only one not in class. Oh. So they thought you did it. Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. There is 0 chance that would happen. In real life, they'd be just like, he did it. Trial. So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. Yes. Do they still do the wagging the finger and shaking the head? No, I didn't do it. Pretty big for a 3rd grader. Guilty, he did it. Yeah. See, that's what I thought would happen. You give the money back. You're such a meanie. Just admit you did it. You can't have the truth. I should really be reading these as we go on. Yeah, no borrowing my eraser. You shouldn't be allowed in the relay race on my library committee. Did you rob that bank the other day? These comments are great. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. Oh, so this was that flashback we saw in, like, case 1 or 2 or whatever. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Yes, he shouldn't have to apologize. I sound like this even when I'm 8 years old. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. One precocious little 3rd grader. Anything else has no place. Boil away the irrelevancies and you are left with nothing but the truth. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? Yes. He's doing the Phoenix Point thing and he's on the left side. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? Oh, it was his own money? Wow. No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? Oh, whoops, wrong voice. This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Well, By the way, I love how even in the children's class trial, the person who's on trial just looks taller than everyone. I know he's standing in there sitting, but he looks pretty tall. Hello there, Falcathon. Welcome. This is fantastic. Very well. I will replace the money myself. Whoa! Teacher of the Year? Are you kidding me? That's not a responsibility at all. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. So, Robert Hammond, the old man, met Edgeworth out on the boat to admit he was the one who stole that money way back in the day. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. Freaking marvelous. After the trial. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. With my gigantic right hand. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney, because that's how newspapers work in America. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happens? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought, too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it, though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Oh, wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? That is a reach. If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believed in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. So if I give $38 to the judge, then I think this whole thing will be behind us. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Is that why you went to law school and passed the bar? Wow. Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Aw, Nick! 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 We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Don't worry, Maya. There's like 20 more games. Right. It very well may be. Don't worry, Phoenix. There's like 20 more games. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Oh, nice. Okay, let's go. I lost 3 things, that's true, but I still have a lot. But alright, let's get out of here. Back to the boat shop. Oh, something's happening here, I guess. Oh, hey pal, long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half? What? Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Man, he must be loving this. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. Eek! He like popped back. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one could go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Alright. Let's move on. How do I get there? I guess I have to go to the beach, right? Oh, something else here. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed, too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Fair enough. Is there anything to examine, by the way? I didn't even do that with the previous screens. No one's going to sit here in a cold... Yeah, we've seen this. I should probably just go. Well, I'll check the hot dog stand. Oh, you seem troubled, though. Who, me? That was different. That was a little different. How did they change the temperature? You seem troubled. Oh, no? Who, me? Alright, I'll check things. Place is well maintained. This lake sure likes to cause problems, doesn't it? Huh? I mean, everything that happened here turned out to be a lie. Gordy was a lie. The charges against Mr. Edgeworth were all lies. I guess you're right. I mean, I'm glad the charges were all lies, but still. Signs. Right. Hot dog stand, I expect something to be different. Guess Larry has the day off. He was pretty happy about saving Mr. Edgeworth. True. We owe him big. Alright, moving on. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem. What? I'd know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Grossman for no reason? Grossberg. Aha, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. What? Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Ho ho, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Yeah, see, this is one of those things where there is a 5th chapter to this game, but apparently it came out later. Like, I've said this before, but this game was originally on the Game Boy Advance. America never got that. We only got it on DS. But by that point, I think there was that 5th chapter added to it that called back to previous Phoenix Wright games, which the West had not yet received, which means that this chapter was originally the last chapter, and it feels like it. Like one last meeting with Gumshoe, one last meeting with Grossberg, you know, like we're doing like a final hurrah from the entire cast, but then there's going to be a 5th chapter. So it's just kind of amusing that that's how that's working. But let's go into the shack. Nobody's home. Hello, hello. Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, hello. Oh, I thought I was just going to give it away. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Okay. Yeah. Is there anything to... like... Oh, wait a minute, that's right! We were told the combination of the safe, weren't we? Can we just open it? That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Aw. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. Are you kidding me? We're looking for evidence. That might be the best thing. Huh, there's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Oh my god. So he has bad memory, so he had to remind himself? That's amazing. It's like freaking Memento or something. Edgeworth! Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. So maybe it wasn't just a constant reminder. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Both of them? Huh. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Yeah, this is like the most damning evidence there is, right? Bye. Right, I have to back out screen by screen. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? Nobody remembers. No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, right, yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. That sucks. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple, to a fault, even. Well, maybe yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor, anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day 15 years ago, the 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Oh, so the old man, right? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. Awkward. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none was, although were is more colloquial, left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty, perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right! Now is no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Alright, but of course what we're really here for... the letter from the safe. Edgeworth? See this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Ugh! Revenge on me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, Wright. That is pretty funny, but I don't remember that old man, not at all. So, he was following this letter then? Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. 2 men meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says this is your last chance. Last chance? Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations in the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident, the one who was found innocent. Well, that's certainly a reveal, but I suppose... talk? Okay. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? For using up his oxygen? Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? Yeah. Memory of a crime I committed. I think the time has come to tell all. The nightmare. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. That's brutal. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing, in the dark. Hell, I can't breathe, quiet. I can't breathe. Yeah, here it is. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Oh my god. What are you? Stop breathing my air. This is brutal as hell. Yeah, so he's attacking father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away from my father. Oh, it went off though? Oh, Miles killed his own father? Accidentally? And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? Wait a couple days so that case disappears? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. Oh, there is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6. Oh, that's right. Mr. Grossberg. Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding! I can't believe you're not! My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, hmm? It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream! Only a dream! I wonder... What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, hmm? Well... Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. No! I don't believe it! Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. That's brutal. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer, now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karmer's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karmer is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. Yeah, but that itself is a crime, is it not? Like, what the hell? Oh, Dragon Ace's music reminds you of the original Deus Ex. I could kind of see that. Almost UNATCO. Like, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Like, it's kind of like a little bit. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost, and died in despair, as it were. I see. The spirit medium. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Oh? Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. This is a fantastic out-of-context screenshot. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified... The dead man falsified his testimony. This is wild. That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. And this is all assuming ghosts are real. But a possibility nonetheless. Okay. Hello there, Peru. Welcome to the stream. This is pretty wild, but obviously we need to get this bit of evidence out there too. Oh ho! So this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. Huh? His own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. Huh. You'll understand soon enough. Wait. What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? There's no way it's Edgeworth, obviously. And Yanni Yogi, I had first guessed that he wrote it to himself to work with his memory, but if he wrote this as your last chance, then it doesn't make sense. So Von Karma for setting up... Well, Von Karma sets up witnesses, but the whole case? But he's the only guy left, right? Could it be Manfred Von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with it? Well, I don't know. The other two don't. As far as I could tell. Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Wait, you're right. I am right? You're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. Von Karma is old. Maybe he was involved somehow back in the day. I used to see it all the time on court reports, and it's perfect handwriting. What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... Correct, Manfred Von Karma himself. What does this mean, then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Okay. If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. Oh! He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Not to mention, teach him his ways? Is this the longest con ever? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. Oh, what do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. Oh yeah? What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted, he won the trial, but Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. So he's gonna frame his son for murder over petty grudge like that? Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or, to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. He looks like he's from Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. Going to Europe? Who does that? Who goes to Europe for vacations? I've never heard of that concept before. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up DL6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright, I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. Well, no, it's not. It's manslaughter. Like, I know it's both killing, but, like, murder is deliberate, isn't it? Like, accidental is manslaughter, right? Like, drunk drivers are guilty of manslaughter, isn't that what that is? I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But, Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Oh yeah, in the chat, yeah, adopting a man's son to mold him into the antithesis of everything his father stood for, then throw him under the bus over a blemish on his record, entirely reasonable. Yeah, this is like Like Old Boy. Like nobody plans for this long. This is absurd. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. Huh. Alright, what do I have to do before... There are a few things to do, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to go ahead and stop here, because I don't know how long the next conversations are going to get, but I'm kind of getting close to the end of the evidence gathering segment of this game, so let me go ahead and save here. But things are really coming to a head now. This is most fascinating. So, thank you very much for watching the stream, and have a wonderful night.